What up? We back. We back at it again.
All right.
Watch out.
This is one for the record books. Grab your popcorn.
Only.
Grab
watch
your popcorn.
if you want to get triggered.
So this one especially is going to be great because I see a lot of times we get people talking to us saying, "You guys don't feel emotions? What are you, not humans? Emotions make me a human." This whole thing about emotions is all screwed up. So let's set the record straight once and for all. You ever find yourself in a relationship and you find yourself like in a mood where your emotions are affected? Oh, hang on. Which queer coded character am I? Okay, let's see. Okay, pick me first.
How do you do it? Do you shake it? Wait.
I don't know.
Tap it? I don't think it works on lives. Ah! Okay. Just kidding.
You're going to have to guess. Throw in the comment, what queer character am I?
You're all of them.
So, topic today, because if you've ever been in a relationship and your partner says something,
Like what?
and then you feel some type of way about it, this is a good indicator that there's something that can be changed. Unless, of course, you like to just be triggered all the time. And you like to be irritated and on edge and dependent on someone else.
Do you like to be triggered all the time? Do you like it, Mitchell? Do you like to be triggered?
I'm addicted to being triggered by you, Jess.
Why are you
like
addicted?
a chemical addiction.
So, what does that mean? What does that chemical addiction look like, Mitchell?
How do you make this thing turn off? All right. So, everybody, pay attention. In a relationship, we tend to look at our partners to be like they can fulfill something within us. Something that, for whatever reason, we don't see it for ourselves. Such as, I feel bored when I'm without them. Or I feel like I can't have so much fun if I don't have them by my side. Or
Every moment I'm away from them, I feel like I need them.
Yes. And if you listen to mainstream music, like once a week, we'll turn on the radio and just listen. It's like literally, that's the whole message. It's like, I need you, baby.
Nothing else matters in my life except you. Except you. That's what they tell you.
Yeah, except guess what happens?
Like,
if that's
I'm done searching, I found you. The world can stop thinking
until the
I'm
next
an option
until the
you.
next Taylor Swift song where she breaks up with her boyfriend, and it just normalizes this whole bullshit of relationship
dependencies.
Yeah, dependency. Because think about this. Okay, do you want to live your life where you're like a drug addict dependent on somebody else? And you're like, you cannot be a certain level of happiness if they don't text you in a certain way, or if they don't bring you flowers or whatever. Do you want to live your life like that? Or is there a better way, Jess?
I know there's a better way. You know why?
Why?
Let me tell you what's up. Okay? If you're trying to get into a relationship just to feel good, and that's all that your relationship is about feeling good, you probably also pick fights. You probably also point out all their flaws and say, like, yes, you suck.
Maybe not after the first week, but guess what? After time goes on and after you're 2 months in.
Yeah, you create the negatives just so you can enjoy the positives even more. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be that way. You can be consistent in a relationship, have communication, and not be dependent emotionally on that other individual. Oh my God. Wait, what did she just... She just said, you don't have to be emotionally dependent on your partner? No.
Jess, that's what it means to be in love.
Heck no.
Just kidding.
Heck
that's
no.
Not love.
Quote Erica.
That's abuse.
Heck no.
Yeah, that's straight up abuse.
People.
You're abusing yourself and the other person instead of just creating a relationship where you have basic things that you agree on, like how you're going to act, how you're going to treat each other,
what you want to build by being in a relationship. Why are we in the relationship in the first place? Like, hello.
Yeah.
Most people don't even go through that. And that's the thing. It's like, if you can base your relationship off of something you've agreed on, like, we've agreed to be in this relationship for these reasons, and this is how we want our relationship to look like. If you can literally just agree on that and live that out, your starting point is no longer to feel good being with this person. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm so in love with this person. Oh, they make me feel so good. Oh, as soon as I saw them, I knew I was in love. I just felt so hard. It's like, you're literally using them as a drug. You're a drug addict, just like all those songs say.
Jess, does that mean that you hate me?
Mitchell? Oops.
This is our office.
What's going on? Okay.
So, Jess, does that just mean that you hate me if you don't love me?
Does it look like I hate you, Mitch?
No. Yeah, because
no,
it's like...
but it doesn't mean I hate you, Mitch. It doesn't mean that I feel any kind of way about you. It doesn't, and that also doesn't mean that throughout the day, when you do something nice for me, of course I'm like, oh, that was so sweet. And I might feel good in that moment, but it's not like my starting point in being with you is to feel good. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you give me the warm fuzzies all the time, baby.
You can be in a relationship with me. Okay. So, yeah, because think about like what Jess is saying. If the purpose of your relationship is not defined, it's just because your purpose is so you can feel good, like literally like a drug addict.
It's literally.
And you may not be doing drugs together, but you're going through the motions. Every time you get that text from them, every time you get that Snapchat from them, it's like that, right? And then you're like craving it until at a certain point you don't get enough energy from it, and then you leave.
The rush is worth the price I pay.
Isn't that
crazy? So high when you're with me, but crash your pay when you leave. I got a question. Do you wanna set up a slumber party in my basement?
How do you know all those lyrics, Jess?
You wanna make me happy? Like and then
I should be okay. Leave a comment if I should be concerned how many of those lyrics Jess knew. Yeah, like exactly. When the message or Snapchat doesn't come, you feel empty. Exactly.
Absolutely.
So is that the type of life that you want to live? They take
longer than a half hour for you to reply.
Yep, dead giveaway of dependency. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like you're, looking for that next hit. What's the alternative, Jess? Oh, wait. I wanted to bring this up too for all the people that are gonna accuse us of being inhuman and
wait,
evil.
We're human? I'm just kidding.
We're aliens. Cue the alien emojis on the face. Okay, so yeah, because guess what? Now, because the purpose of our relationship isn't just to feel some type of way, like, oh, I feel this, I feel that. Guess what? Now I actually feel love on a level that I didn't even know was possible. It's pretty awesome. It's like a organic emerging of like expressing love. It's like I can enjoy the simple things with Jess, like us like looking at each other and making funny faces and like taking our dog Teddy on a walk. It's like you can just enjoy the moments and it doesn't have to be this thing. You don't have to build it up into this mind thing. It's like you can just breathe and be here. And whether we're just hanging out, whether we're sitting in the backyard watching Teddy run around the yard like a crazy animal, or we're talking about what we're building, or we're having some sort of disagreement and we need to get clear with each other. Because it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Cue the sunshine and rainbows.
Communication is key.
Yeah.
Like
even if that
it's so plain though, you guys. It's like you get to work through those triggers within yourself from all the past relationships you've had, whether it's with a significant other, with a family member or whatever, because it's all been from the starting point of feelings and emotions, really, if you're honest with yourself. And so this relationship that you've had started on agreements, then you can just communicate and not be scared about the other person's reaction. That's like one of the agreements we have, where it's agreeing to be honest with the other person, even if it might hurt, because we know over communicating is going to support us to work through these points more effectively than if we were to under communicate and not share with the other person.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? Those moments where it is like you just feel so much love for the person and such bliss of being together and such excitement, and it's like a thrill of being alive and building together. I have that 50 times more than I've ever had in another relationship with Jess. But it's because I'm not seeking that. That just comes as a byproduct of doing what's best, which is true. Seeing her as an equal, not as some drug that I'm trying to like
scoreboard.
Get high off of. Yeah, or scoreboard, or like a target where I'm like,
they didn't give me enough compliments today. They didn't say they liked my food I made.
It's like compliment yourself. Live a life where you see yourself as worthy of compliments. And if you don't have that set up, okay, cool. Then join Self Perfected. We'll show you how to set up your life so you can actually enjoy yourself.
Yeah, it's like literally you get to tell yourself, dang, I did a great job making dinner. This tastes amazing. That sink is clean. I did those dishes so efficiently. Look at me do the laundry in between all these tasks. I am a boss. I'm the best at keeping a house. Look at me go. Mm-hmm. But you got to tell yourself that until you're unconsciously competent at being at recognizing the things you're doing, then you have to go out of your way to tell yourself, good job, you did the thing. Mm-hmm. You brushed your teeth. You flossed your teeth every day. Good job, Jessica. Sometimes you just literally have to tell yourself, good job.
Especially in that voice.
Yes, in this voice. Only this voice, though. I don't really know what voice this is. It kind of goes in and out with lots of different kinds of voices.
Because then you can talk to yourself in that voice instead of depending on someone else to talk to you in that voice. And on an even bigger level, like that, what Jess is saying, how you can compliment yourself for cleaning the sink or whatever it is that you're doing, right? Because if you don't do that, guess what? You're going to look for your partner to do that. And that's gonna be a big problem. It's going to be a big problem because one day...
Why is it a problem, Mitchell?
One day, guess what? You're going to work extra hard on that sink. And then they're going to walk past it. Like, they don't even notice it. And they're going to be busy. They're going to go in the other room, not think twice. And you're going to react. You're going...
to be sad because they did not notice my clean sink.
Exactly. And guess what? In that moment, you screw yourself. Because instead of having it set up where you have a clear agreement.
What do you have, Mitchell? Oh, where'd
you
Mitchell
don't have
go?
me anymore.
Where did Mitchell go?
I'm out. She's like, quick, I'm dependent on him. I'm just kidding. She's not dependent on me.
There he is.
So if you don't have that agreement and that understanding with each other, that, hey, even if she's not cleaning the sink or she is or whatever, it's like you can anticipate that she's going to be stable enough and I'm going to be stable enough that we can just keep building. And we don't have big derailing fights.
You know what's so cool? If I do something that I want him to notice, I will literally be like, yo, Mitchell, look at this thing I did. Isn't it great?
Oh, and I'm like, this is awesome. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Because sometimes I'm literally so busy or just not. It's like I have a lot going on. And sometimes I do notice it. But either way, when she brings it up, then I can actually compliment
her. Yeah, because
her.
If you're just expecting them to notice without you saying anything, you're projecting that they need to notice. And you're like projecting a future that needs to happen. Like projecting in that you're predicting that this future is going to happen. And when it doesn't, you'll be disappointed. Or if it does, you'll be elated, right? But that's an energetic dependency on them noticing. Instead of you just saying, hey, look at, I did this thing. Isn't it great? And then you know for sure that they're going to look at it. in that moment because you're asking them to.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I never really thought about that. When it's like that idea that you're like projecting your partner to be this perfect godlike being that's like always fully on. And you're like, they should just notice that I clean the dishes. They should just be more grateful or whatever. It's like, if you have that internal conversation going of like, they should do that or should do that, guess what? They're being a mirror for you to realize where you need to look at yourself.
That's
And maybe
so
perhaps be more grateful yourself. So.
Be more grateful for the things that you do for yourself. Literally give as you want to receive, but to yourself. If you want to have good skin, you need to give it to yourself. If you want to have healthy teeth, you need to give it to yourself. If you want to have long and luscious hair, if you want to have good eyesight, I mean, like all the things, you guys, self-care. If you want it, give it to yourself. What did you just do to me?
Hang on. I think Jess is actually...
It's you! It's you!
I was projecting onto Jess that she is evil.
What did you... I don't like that one.
Yeah. So, in conclusion.
Don't be emotionally dependent on your partner.
Why not?
Because you will go through highs and lows for the rest of your life and it will suck. Because nothing will be consistent.
And instead, guess what you can do? You can find your partner, or if you don't have a partner, you can sit down and first come up with an agreement with yourself. So you know what you stand for, what you're about. It's kind of like a code of conduct, or what you should do in any moment. So you don't become like a drug addict, because guess what? There's going to be that day where you know you got to go do that thing that you don't want to do, and it's easier to just scroll on Facebook or just mess around and just, I just want to, eat ice cream instead. But guess what? You're going to have to direct yourself, or you won't, and your life will progressively get worse.
Right.
Until it all comes to a head and everything will snap. And
Why do you think people have midlife crises?
Exactly. Now there's like quarter life crises.
Yeah, for real.
Now it's like
once a day.
Daily crisis.
Yeah, if you go a whole day without a crisis, you're doing good. It's like that is because we have created a society where we're all dependent on these emotional highs and lows, on these instant gratification. And it's crazy because that all is of your mind. Those are like energetic dependencies. Instead of being physically present in here and considering your physical body, considering what your physical body needs to be its best expression of itself, considering what you physically need to do to create the things that you want to make. No, I want to be a dinosaur. Little dinosaur drinking coffee. No.
Boomer right now. Oh! So in conclusion, form a relationship as an agreement.
Do it.
And your life will be way better because
all
then
of us
you won't
are saying
be
the same
emotionally
thing.
dependent.
There's hundreds of us. Listen to us. Wait. Let's try this one more time because get into a relationship with an agreement.
And if you're not in a relationship,
emotions.
get in one. And if you're in one,
but only get in a
you.
relationship if it's based on an agreement, not emotions.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, hey, you could go do that, but your life's going to be miserable. I guarantee it.
What the heck? I'm falling.
Otherwise, everything will fall apart, just like Jess. And back together. All right.
Do the thing.
See you next time.